Hello everybody, welcome to G4G on YouTube. Today we're taking a look at two games that have some Civil War themed items going on for it. So first, we will jump into Marvel Avengers Alliance 2. So, MAA 2, MFF, MCC, Academy, and Puzzle Quest were all in an article as getting new Civil War content. We do know that a Civil War Spec Ops is coming to MAA 1, but I haven't heard anything official in that article on that, nor Marvel Heroes. And we do know, at least from Played On, that MAA is doing something. It is going to be a split Spec Ops. We do have all the details. But at the time that I read the article in Forbes, and it mentioned all the other games minus MAA1 and Marvel Heroes, I'm like, wow, that's a big slight right there. I mean, Marvel Heroes is probably the most populated out of all the games on the list. And MAA1 always shows up in these articles. Like, the hell are they doing? But at least, you know, putting Marvel Heroes aside, at least we do know about everything else. Hell, I think even Marvel Pinball, they said, is getting Spec Ops stuff. And just the really glaring omission of, you know, MAA1 and Marvel Heroes really didn't sit well with me for a little while until we finally started getting news. But MCC, unfortunately, I can't show you in this video. Nox is considered incompatible with it. I had it on here, and then it was like, oh, you need to update it. When I went to update it, it was like, yeah, no, you can't do that. But MFF and MAA2, I could definitely run through Nox. Now, this is, oh, hey. This is a bug that a lot of us have been getting in MAA2, is that we're getting this kind of like the power went out looking thing with the graphics. And I can't test it on any of my Windows 10 PCs because that means I'd have to uninstall it and reinstall it. It just crashes. That's getting a little bit annoying at this part, and I wonder why Playdom is not fixing that for people. I mean, the fact that you can install it, play it, and then have to reinstall it to get it going again, that's a big issue, and I really think they need to get on that. Because, I mean, running this natively on Windows 10 would be a lot better than emulating it. You know, it ran much, much smoother. And this is just weird. I mean, what the hell is that? It's like she's got a dark cloak about, you know, just waving in the breeze covering her. So I did happen to get a new ability for her earlier today. I got Kangaroo Court when I was opening up some red cells. I'm just going to go buy a yellow cell real quick because I got a new 25 gold at my login. So I may as well do that. Unfortunately, I went to do my gray. Now, I kind of like the blackout effect here when we're opening cells, because, like, it looks cool the way everything's dark until the cell gets open. I actually kind of like that. But yeah, I was trying to do my tasks earlier, but got distracted and had to do some other things, so there was one round of tasks since the Spec Ops that I've missed in terms of dailies. So let's see what I get here. Nice! Is this? It's Age of Ultron. But that is pretty... I'm just happy to actually have an Iron Man. I really am, because Iron Mans are definitely capable of kicking ass, especially with the missiles. Let's see his moveset over here. Does he have something that's like the missiles? I've actually been doing really, really well on yellow cells recently. A friend of mine, Doug, was like, dude, I've flatlined terribly. And I'm like, I'm the opposite. Every time I open it, I get heroes lately. So, Civil War Iron Man does look fairly similar to this. The almost Mark 42-ish kind of coloration. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he does. Sticky rockets. That's his replacement one. Cool. All right, so we have a branch, and pretty much they're all branching paths everywhere. MCC has you picking a side when you log in. MFF has you picking a side when you log in. This has you doing a split spec ops. So we have Falcon as a scrapper. He's a reward for going down one path. And after looking at the abilities for him and Winter Soldier, I think Winter Soldier is honestly better. If it's an either or situation, you can only get Falcon or the other one, Bucky. I think Bucky's a little bit better, but hopefully it's an and situation where you can go through it multiple ways. But here are some of his abilities. We have a hastened and a confident that gets some speed and damage stamina upgrades over here. We have Deadly Haste, which does adroit for himself, but not the team. And Falcon, despite being a scrapper, he's like very speed-based. That's how you get bang for your buck out of him, is to just jack his speed up. And I'll show you where Winter Soldier's got an ability that's going to be killer, and I think why he's going to be the better one. But over here we have ambushing, finishing move, and exploit scheme. So he's a combo-based person like Gamora. Quick combo, cunning maneuver, and deadly haste. So he's all about speed. Like the way Wasp is mostly about evasion and whatnot. Falcon, you're just going to go raw speed for him. So there's Winter Soldier, and there's Civil War Captain America. And there is a Civil War Iron Man around here too. Or I thought there was. I thought I saw him earlier. How am I missing him now? There he is. So, you know, as you can see, it looks a lot like the Ultron one. His abilities do seem to be a little different. We have the Conehead shot over here. Typical repulsor beams over there. He doesn't directly have missiles so much anymore, but he does have missile battery over here. It does have traumatizing, which could be pretty cool. Coordinated attack. Allies gain a free attack after the attack of this target. So let's take a brief little look at Winter Soldier over here. So this is his maskless, no eyeshadow variant. Not pudgy like he is in Marvel Avengers Alliance 1, but the face is not that thrilled with the face on this one. It's kind of like a random mean face. It doesn't seem to have that much resemblance to how we've seen Bucky in other things. So he's ammo-based like War Machine. And when you see this, there's another screen where you can see this ability, and it looks like a slug. But it's his bombs. I think, is this the ability that's really good? No, it's the slug one. Yeah, volatile and time bomb. So volatile is considered a very good setup maneuver. I've had some Ant-Man Spec Ops enemies do that, where I get volatile from one of them, and then I get like a flamethrower blast attack from another one, and it does huge damage. But look at why this is going to be good. When you 4-star this, no cooldown. So that means every round he could put out a time bomb and he can do volatile. That's why I think, to me, he's the clear winner in all of this. If it is a Falcon or Winter Soldier thing, that's why I think he wins, and why I would recommend going for Winter Soldier. Mental buff aids that one. Sharpshooting and blocking. He gets some damage upgrades on that one. Burst fire, clever maneuver, precise, one enemy. Armor piercing, which is nice to have. You don't see that too often in a lot of heroes. Hunter's Focus. Winter Soldier ignores stealthy and protecting. So, I mean, he gets a bunch of stuff that's normally coming from ISOs, and he actually gets it caked into his base kit, which is really nice. I'm on my way to earning Nova. I'm very happily up at rank 5, and am going to earn my first legit PvP hero this time. And there are talks about Agent 13 being the next PvP hero. So let's see what I actually have for tasks today. Defeat mini-bosses, empower, and play. Yeah, so that's going to be practice because I'm not risking dropping my stuff. So the daily is going to give us Spec Ops currency. Grants access to Spec Op to Captain America: The Civil War. So if we take a look at that, we have a new Spec Ops over here. You won't initially find it under tasks, but if you go to Spec Ops, you'll have the old one, and then you'll have this one. You can see at a certain point you branch off, and you either go for Winter Soldier or Falcon, and there's a yellow cell and 25 gold in each way. Here, that little thumbnail to me looked like a Protoss, like slug carrier or something at first. I didn't know what that was. But, yeah, so we've got this, and we've got 25 days for that. I used the key on that one. So that's what we have going on here in Marvel Avengers Alliance 2. I'm just going to quickly empower some heroes and nail that task out of the way. May as well start with Iron Man. I haven't used blaster gas in a while. Obviously, I could do more, but I'm going to come back to that. I'm going to go over to Future Fight now and tackle that. I do apologize that I can't get you MCC, but that's, you know, that's unfortunately not my fault. So I went with Team Cap over here. I do know that in Marvel Future Fight, based on what some people have said, is that the Captain rewards are going to be better than the Iron Man rewards. The thing is, when you get into the game, whichever one is currently winning, you're not allowed to pick. It forces you to pick the losing side, which means, like, is there just going to be a 50-50 eternal balance at that point? I can kind of understand the concept, because maybe they don't want a side to snowball. Like, you go to log in, you're like, oh wow, fucking Team Captain's at 55%. They're clearly winning. That's what I'm gonna pick. It might be to discourage doing the surefire pick, but by the same token, I don't know if people are really gonna like being forced into that. So, unfortunately... Oh, I can! Wow, earlier I couldn't pick Crossbones. That's really, really neat. Yeah, I know I need to do that journey growth. I think I just unlocked Crossbones. That's cool. Originally, earlier, I didn't think I was allowed to apply my 20. Sadly, I've missed some of these. I'm surprised that I missed 3 days worth of this. Because, you know, you had the 10-day login thing. I'm hoping maybe that it's going to get back on track. And supposedly the money boost is now here from all the stuff getting turned in, but unfortunately it looks like I just don't have a lot. Some people are getting like 38 million. So you have this event mission, and doing event missions is what builds up how your side is going, and of course you get the event mission tokens, which is, you know, to be expected. We've seen it. We now have the Journey of Growth, which is where you go on like tutorial-ish missions to help you learn about the game, and you'll be offered this if you have under 10 6 stars, which is what I have. Wow, Team Cap is badly losing. When I logged in earlier, it was at 50-51 in favor of Iron Man's side, and it forced me to pick Captain, which is actually the side that I would have been going for. But yeah, you won't find anything special here. It won't be under like World Boss or Villain or Daily or Special anything. It's you have to go to the event mission, and yeah, unfortunately I'm not allowed to do the World Bosses. Sad for me. But yeah, Villain Siege, Dailies, Specials, and Story are all the same. I think I'm going to do that 1-8 really quick and see if that aids in any of the Journey of Discovery stuff. So, I mean, it's really nice to see a theme overarching all of the Marvel games at once. I mean, we did see this with Age of Ultron, that Age of Ultron pretty much permeated all the Marvel games at the same time, and that's pretty cool. I wonder if Marvel Heroes is going to do anything, if they have anything planned for that. The thing that makes me a little sad and just disappointed in the whole situation is that we could have Age of Apocalypse stuff going on too. And, you know, nobody's going to favor it. Contest of Champions could have. There are mutants in there. Hopefully Marvel Heroes will come through and give us something. But yeah, we have Age of Apocalypse stacked on Civil War. And... oh yeah, cool, so it did count for something. Obviously, the battle lines have been drawn, and everybody has shifted over to the MCU. And that is really sad, because it would be nice to get some stuff on the mutant side. Take a friend one time. Well, let's do an event mission, see what that's like. Ooh, yeah, level 10, that's easy. It's really sad. I mean, yeah, Marvel Avengers Alliance 1 had the Age of Apocalypse stuff a long time ago. You know, the Horseman spec ops and everything, but I feel so bad for the mutant side, because I truly do enjoy them, and honestly, if there was like a mutant / MCU Civil War, I can tell you exactly what side I would pick. I really would. I mean, Marvel Heroes got a bunch of the costumes covered already. I don't think we can see that many new costumes. I mean, an alt for Magneto would be cool. He doesn't have an alt. We could see like a Horseman alt for Magneto, and we already have Archangel, Psylocke, and Storm could get something, but that's just, it makes me sad. Sad in the pants that Marvel fights like this. So, should have gotten, I got 32 tokens for that. Let's see what's in the event shop. First anniversary normal chest. Anniversary chest for Crossbones at 10. Let's see how many you get for it. 4. Okay, not bad. It means I should be able to start him up pretty quick. So it seems like the events are more about like their first anniversary. I haven't found anything specifically Spec Ops-ish, but in terms of like actually what you do out in the world. But we do have a lot of new uniforms too. We have Captain, Hawkeye, Falcon, and Winter Soldier. Now Falcon is pretty much identical to his all-new Captain America buffs. I mean, as you can see here, everything stays the same between the two. Now, the others are going to have some differences. So, Captain, immune to... Oh, yeah, by the way, Civil War's Captain in MAA 2 is aggressive as fuck. He takes all the tanking stuff and throws it out the window and goes for raw aggression. He's the MAA 1 Captain Steve Rogers of Marvel Avengers Alliance 2. Look at his abilities when you get the chance, and like look at all the other ones that he doesn't come with. He is aggressive in that. He's going to be a killer. So I have Lady Cap. And he's very similar to his Winter Soldier setup over here. The stats are going to be the same. His passive is pretty much the same except for the one additional thing of summoning Winter Soldier. But he gets the immune to all damage, and he summons Winter Soldier, which is pretty much this suit with that slight addition over there. So, you know, if you have this one, it's up to you whether you want to spend 750 crystals for a minor upgrade. Hawkeye, for me, would be a big upgrade because I only have stock Hawkeye. But his Age of Ultron suit has, when dealing damage, when he deals a critical attack, he can stun an enemy for 1 second. Same thing again, except he adds more projectiles to the piercing arrow skill. Honestly, if you... This is one of the few where it's 750, 750, but mostly the Civil War ones right now are the better value. Because the older ones are like 1250. So here, when he uses Sensor Array, he summons Captain America to enhance the Sensory Array skill. So there's his default. There's his new one. So this one would be worth it because there has been no other Bucky costume. So there's all the caps. There's the Black Widows. Nothing new for Black Widow here. Surprisingly, nothing new for Agent Carter, like some of the other games have done. I really like that Angela. That's a pretty cool looking Angela. That, I don't like her. I like the thumbnail better than I actually like her there because it almost looks like she has longer hair. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And there's a few that I think are priced really, really nicely over here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap up the video and start doing my dailies here in these games and start getting them going, and hopefully we get our Marvel Avengers Alliance 1 Spec Ops sometime soon. My guess is it's probably going to drop Friday of this week. I'd say 8 o'clock Friday night is my guess as to the MAA 1 Spec Ops drop. So guys, thanks for checking out this video, and go whatever team you guys are rooting for. I do know that in MFF a lot of people are liking the Captain rewards better. They think it's a more frugal choice. But in some of the other games, I mean, we'll see how it plays out. Peace out, folks. Have a good one.